former U.S. Attorney and Right on Crime Executive Director Brett Tolman. Brett, good to see you. Listen, there is a tsunami of legal cases that courts have to get through before Election Day. One, can we get through all of them? And also, what do you think are the most important? Again, deciding what ballots get tossed into the basket is important because once they're in, you can't pull them back out after Election Day.
No, that's right. Sean, Dagan, thanks for having me on. I will tell you, the reason we're seeing so many lawsuits right now is this primary factor, and that is the lawsuits before the election are 1,000 times more important than the lawsuits after an election occurs, because you have the ability to try to straighten things out. Think how impossible it was to try to legally challenge the election once it's over, right? And so I think what you're seeing is a far more organized group of Republicans and think tanks and lawyers that are trying to make sure that they get in front of the courts all of those lawsuits to straighten things out before it becomes too late. The most important ones are the ones where we see in Pennsylvania, we saw what happened in a county in which they shut down early voting. It seemed apparent that it was because Republicans were voting much higher percentages in early voting than they had previously. So what happened? The court came in, they said, no, you are going to leave it open like you're supposed to until 5, and I'm also going to add a couple of days because you shut down early voting. So let's hope they continue and that the judges will start to review these and issue decisions quickly.
I want to raise, what's the Justice Department's role in all of this is nil. And we talked about this the other day with Carrie Kupak-Urban, that Attorney General Bill Barr kind of changed the approach to allow the DOJ to investigate credible allegations of fraud in real time. And Merrick Garland reversed course on that. And they have to wait now until after the election's certified. They're just such weasels.
And Dagan, you are highlighting such an important factor that it's really offensive to those of us that were U.S. attorneys or we served at high levels in the Department of Justice. When I was U.S. attorney, we had dozens of election fraud investigations that we were running because it's such an important part of the Department of Justice's mandate to make sure that we have a fair national election. But Merrick Garland has abdicated that, and there's a reason why, and that is because the same mentality they took to the 2020 election, they're now acknowledging that there were irregularities, that there was fraud, that there were problems in multiple states. And here we are again with Merrick Garland abdicating his responsibility for a fair election across the country.
Striving for fairness makes people have trust in the end result, which is what you want in America. One side wins, one side loses. But if you don't trust the system, you don't trust the end result. Brett Tolman, thanks for being with us. We appreciate it.